G'day team, welcome back to Aussie Outdoor Blokes. Today we're going to look at our first of our motivational series, the 4 Steps to Success. First of all team, we need to define success. Now this is a personal thing and it can take the form of many things, like material things such as money, cars, bikes, boats, houses, things like that. I think these are very much outward displays of success and certainly promoting that you're successful to the world. Now I'm not saying that's good or bad. All I'm doing is saying that these are indication of where we may sit as far as success. So team, then what is success and how can we define it? Now, like I mentioned before, money is an example, of a measure of success in business, for instance. So what about life success? Now, life success could be defined by beating a sickness, having a strong family unit, or meeting a training goal, things like that. Now, would you agree? I hope so. As I stated, team, success is a very personal thing, and only you can define your own success. Okay team, before we get to the first step, let's quickly have a look at some successful types of people. Alright, here are a few people that we look to as successful. Military people, sporting people, business people, people that have survived some form of major crisis. Now all of these people, in some way or another, have had the first step to success. Some probably had to be taught this and others just had circumstance pointed out. So team, first step to success, self-discipline. All right, what is it, okay? Look, things like having a shave in the morning, making your bed, driving at the speed limit. Now these are very basic examples, but you get the idea. So self-discipline plays a huge part of the success of the examples I listed earlier. They all would have had the highest level of self-discipline to enable them to achieve their desired end state. There are a couple of types of discipline out there. These are imposed discipline, all right, and self-discipline. Now, our first example of the military uses both, especially in training. When you first join the military, the training is designed to achieve a specific outcome. So the first 4 weeks, all the corporals do is yell at you. The next 4 weeks, all they do is yell at you and make you run up big hills. By the third 4 weeks, they stop yelling at you. Why? Because you've gained self-discipline. So instead of them having to impose this on you by telling you to make your bed or shave, you do it without question. This is a great example of imposed discipline, teaching or promoting self-discipline. Others listed, sports people, they must have a high level of self-discipline to ensure they follow a rigid training program and training schedule. Business people must be disciplined in their management of several areas of their business, or it may fail. Now, injured people that have recovered and made it back to high levels of parasport, such as fitness athletes. Okay team, the next step is literally bred from step number 1. Step number 2 team, confidence. Right team, as with our examples of the successful people we just used, they all have confidence in either their cause or their ability or both, but they also have confidence in themselves. This confidence is very important. It is their self-belief that allows them to believe that the task is achievable and possible and that they can perform it. The difference with real confidence and fake confidence can be highlighted by an example of a young person that uses both bravado and sarcasm as a show of confidence. Unfortunately, it is usually just a show or a facade to cover up their lack of confidence. So self-discipline team breeds confidence, and our next step is the key to action. Our next step is a series of conscious actions. This is turning the dream into something. Step number 3, goals. Now a lot of people say, oh, I've got my goals in my head, Look, the dream in your mind is a thought, team. A dream written down is a goal. Just remember that. Now for success to become a reality, we need a plan or a map of our end state. These are called goals to enable us to reach or get to our goals. We need to work out a plan to action it, or we can become overwhelmed by sometimes the enormity of the goal. Now, what I'm about to say, or to show you, is not new, nor is it rocket science, but it can at times get confusing unless you do a couple of these things. So let's have a look So the key to this diagram, team, is to show you and bring the key points out. And those are, break your main goal down into smaller, more achievable goals. Concentrate on one thing at a time. So when you're looking at kick pads, you're not thinking about let's say the venue. It's not related at all. Okay, so concentrate on what you're doing at the time. Kick pads, I'm going to do these sorts of kicks, I need this sort of kick pad. Prioritize within each step. Okay, what do I need to do first within this with equipment? What equipment do I need first to get me off the ground? All right, team, we've got 3 steps so far: self-discipline, confidence, and goals. The next step is probably the hardest of the 4 steps because it requires honesty to yourself. Okay, team, step number 4, self-assessment. As I said, it requires honesty to yourself. Now, this is not about beasting or flogging yourself. It's about being honest. That's the key here. And how you achieve or do not achieve your respective goals and applying what you've learnt from that. Right, for example, if you achieve a goal, you would assess how you did it and what steps you took to make it happen. Then apply these again in a similar situation. But if you do not achieve the goal, then finding out why and adjusting the process to achieve the goal is again the key. It also means knowing when to admit a mistake and addressing it. Well, team, there's Harry's 4 steps to success. Hope you've enjoyed it and it's inspired some thought maybe and some opinion. And make sure you throw those down in the comments below. Let us know what you think and if you might have some other things to add to it. Look, I hope it's giving you some tools in helping achieve the success in whatever you may choose to do, whether that be life or business, team. This is Harry at The Shed 2.0. Hope you've enjoyed it, team. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and share it with all your friends. See you later, team.